Hello there, and welcome to Andre's video blog number 38. Well, it's a beautiful sunny day out there, and it's actually up to 92 degrees here yesterday. That's not what I came here to talk about. When I started this video blog, I actually did so because I was hoping to bring you all good news. But there's something that's been happening in the news that isn't so good, and it's been troubling me more than I can possibly say. I don't like to come on YouTube to be any kind of a drama queen or anything like that. But fact is, I just couldn't stand by and not say something to my friends here on YouTube and to everybody out there. Now, this weekend, there was a news report about a massive swine flu epidemic that occurred in Mexico. By the next day, it had spread to Mexico City, and over the course of the week so far, it has started to spread into the United States. And today I had heard on the news that a toddler in Texas was reported killed from the swine flu. Now, this is not the first report of a near pandemic that I've seen in my lifetime. There's been multi-drug resistant tuberculosis, SARS, and more than a fair share of other flu scares. I either wasn't paying attention to them or wasn't in the position to pay attention to them. But the fact is, something about this reminded me of something that happened in my childhood, kind of a traumatic memory. When I was growing up, there were all kinds of TV movies and movies and shows coming on about pandemics. Stephen King's The Stand, for one thing. And it was always a situation of panic, everybody on Earth dying off, and I just couldn't be too comfortable with it. While I would describe normally, there were elements of my life that have been hardly ideal, uh, you know, more so than anybody else. I've just been thinking a lot, maybe too much. I mean, why are why do people fear dying? But even more so, why would people want to? I know some people who actually say things like that. They want to die, and I can't really conceive of that. If you are a young man my age, living in a position where you could accomplish a great deal, and maybe you haven't, say, why would you want to wish yourself gone now when the next 40, 30 years of your life could be greatly fulfilling? In other words, do you want to look at the glass as half empty or half full? Cliched, hackneyed metaphor, but true. These are not thoughts that I really want to think about. These are thoughts I don't usually choose to think about. And I know intellectually there's very little possibility that this swine flu epidemic is going to affect me or my family in any serious way. But it scares me, and I can't help that. And just the fact of people around me not being really that aware of the consequences of the situation. I remember hearing a story once, and it very much reflects my feelings now, about a young girl who was growing up during the Cuban Missile Crisis. And she was asking the same questions. Why do we have to be afraid of dying? And why do we have to think about this? It was too big for her at that age. And, I remember hearing that she wanted to actually stay indoors. She did not want to go outside. Well, not as if something was going to fall out of the sky at any particular moment, but just because the tension and the sense of fear was so high, and that sense of being afflicted with it, that you did not want to go out underneath those skies. Now, that was 1963, and the situation was different. This was, of course, a flu epidemic. That was a situation of possibly a World War III. I don't like coming on YouTube and talking about disasters. I don't like this drama queen stuff. I really don't. But I like to say what I feel. And if you saw my last video about privacy, this is not something I would assume everybody in the world to hear about. But everybody has their own little fears and their own little desires and their own little concerns. And I myself have actually looked outside and gone outside and actually wondered if I go out to get a sandwich. It just feels strange out there right now. You wonder if people wandering into the grocery stores, wandering around the street, that this is the last time you're going to see them acting normally. You're wondering if one day you're not going to go outside and see them wearing face masks. Ugh, these horrible things. I don't want to think about them. So I just wanted to tell you all one important message. Something that I think will be very important to you. Remember, always keep your chin up during this time. Try to think optimistically, and make sure you're very, very careful what news you listen to. There's a lot of things happening out there. I myself have been the target of bigotry over this flu. Unbelievably bigotry. That's really happened. And I just wanted to advise everybody, please don't let your worries get out of hand. Don't let them control you. I have, and I'm not sure how to get out. Try to stay positive and try to think good thoughts. And as big of an alarmist thing as the press are making this, and maybe it is, maybe it isn't, I don't know. I've never seen anybody die or anybody live through this swine flu, but I believe we will get through this just like a bridge over troubled waters or whatever. I believe we will get through this. I know we will get through this. We've weathered a lot worse than this before. We're weathering a lot worse than this, and I just wanted to encourage people, even though I couldn't keep my chin up, and even though I got depressed, and I still am a little bit depressed. Don't be depressed, please. It's not good for your head. I have gray hairs actually here. You can see them. Those aren't a shadow. Don't give yourself gray hairs. You're almost 29. It's not worth it. Try to learn the truth. And if you have children, take care what you say to them. Don't scare your children. You don't want your child living through fear. Trust me, this is something I know a lot about from observing various people in my life. So try to stay calm, and I guarantee you, no matter what happens, my next video blog will be happier, I promise. I just wanted to send this message out to you, even though it's a little bit of a serious. It's spread to Mexico City, and over the course of the week so far, it is